crazy. They don't realize how effing crazy he actually is. In a delightful way, but Drew?
Yeah.
Crazy?
Butterfly net crazy.
Yeah. Fun crazy, not stab you with a syringe in the ankle crazy.
Not chaos crazy.
No, chasing with the butterfly net. Guy in the white coat chasing him crazy.
Yeah.
Molly?
Yeah. Okay.
17?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, a man walked into his place of employment after business hours. He saw that a light was on under the conference room door. Upon entering, he saw 10 of his colleagues sitting around masturbating. When asked what they were doing, they merely smiled and asked if he wanted to join them. The man was an insurance agent. He then went to call the police, and later the police came and arrested the 10 coworkers and fired them, and later they were fired. Germany or Florida?
Well, let's get into this for a second. First off, they were still beating off an hour and a half later when the cops showed up?
No, I think they probably quit by then.
And then, how could they get arrested if the cops showed up? Unless he was there to press charges, he waited there, but the cops showed up.
Even in that's not a United States police force behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's not an American police force maneuver.
Well, I know you're going to be shocked, but Pee Wee Herman was in Florida when he got arrested for masturbating in a public place.
Is that what it happened?
Of course. Where else would it happen? And let me just say this before we answer this Germany or Florida question, because we love to make jokes about what an armpit Florida is. It's actually shaped sort of like an armpit, if you think about it. But I was watching my favorite show on HBO last night, that Dr. Baden, who's he's a coroner, and he solves all those cases. And there was this guy who, like in the 80s, was managing a motel, living in a motel. You know, that super skinny white trash guy with the mustache and the salt and pepper hair. And he's like living in a motel with this chick, and he's married to her, and she's driving his car and all this stuff. And then one day she just disappears, and he disappears too. And they're like, yes, he was in the motel in Fresno, and 25 years later, we finally located him. I'm like, Florida! And we were able to, after scouring Florida, after looking through the Florida, we found him in Florida. I'm like, you found him in Florida? Why'd you go to Florida? That's all. If I'm a cop, that's where we start.
Yeah.
He's on the lam. All right, everyone, go to Florida. Whoa, how do we know he's in Florida? Look, if we hurry, we'll meet him there. He's either on his way to Florida or he's there now. That's it. Is there some to get out of the conversation. All right, now we got...
Wait a minute, Kai-Fi. Wait, how was Kai-Fi? I think about it.
You were Kai-Fi?
Not Kai-Fi. I'm around with Kai-Fi guys.
It's like we're speaking down at Kai-Fi. Kai-Fi. So you were Kai-Fi, but you hung out with the Kai-Sai guy.
That worked. Yeah.
All right, so you're a Kai-Fi guy, you hang out with the Kai-Sai guy?
Yeah. Good times. Prince Albert was the guy. Prince Albert was the Kai-Sai. The guy that just got the crowned Prince of Monaco.
Prince was the Kai-Fi guy or Kai-Sai guy?
Kai-Sai. He was Kai-Sai guy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to take a little break?
Yeah. Please.
We're, is it Prince Albert of Monaco?
Yes.
Of Monaco.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to start, I want to add the up. Like, I want to go Adam of North Hollywood. You know what I mean? Bring us some regal, add a little regal flair to North Hollywood.
We could. From now on, you'll be Adam of North Hollywood. Or Adam of Corolla.
North Hollywood. I need a place. You know what I mean?
Of Los Angeles? Of Hollywood. North Hollywood. Okay.
Yeah, Adam of Hollywood sounds like I have, gay novelty items.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, you want the woodpecker dildo? Sure. Well, yeah. With batteries. Okay, well that's now it doesn't come with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a break. Kai-Sai guy, Dr. Drew is in Washington, D.C. tonight, getting a little punchy. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Hello, I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is in Washington, D.C. tonight, going to address the interns on Capitol Hill. What does that mean, Drew? I know you explained it earlier, but it still didn't make sense.
There are interns here from colleges all over the country that work for our representatives, and they have educational forums for them throughout the summer. And this is one of the Independent Women's Forum did some research on these kids and see how much they drink in, how much they hooking up. We're going to sort of confront them about their behavior, basically.
This is not a lecture; it's an intervention.
Yeah, part of it will be. Yeah.
Independent Women's Forum.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of bulldogs named Judith.
No, it's good. It's really good.
Really? A lot of high ass? Huh?
Are you high at night? You like...
All I'm saying is when I hear Independent Women's Forum, I just hear angry coos.
No, it's actually the other side of the aisle, as it were.
Oh, really? Hot coos? Really? Is it good looking one? Young chicks?
I don't know if I have.
Whatever. You can go to town. Go sick, brother. Go sick. Here. I'm fine. Don't worry. All right. It's about 105 here today, Drew. So
I heard. My kids are Magic Mountain. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. It was 180 there. Plus, I got that old sick bald ass with the Swifty Lazar glasses dancing like a retarded maniac. I want to strangle him. You know what I want to do? I want to get him together. I want to get the Noid from the Domino's Pizza ad. I want to get a guy who came up with the slogan, "What can Brown do for you?"
Oh, yeah.
And I want that green light funding jingle. You've got the green light. Ding, ding, ding. I want all those people together, and I just want to put them in one of those old car crushers. Watch their guts shoot out of top. That's my fantasy.
Nice.
I want to put down the Magic Mountain guy who's driving me insane, and then the next guy on my list, Dr. Bruce, who'd never seen the Magic Mountain guy.
I can't believe that.
Do you understand what it's like? You understand what it's like being me now, Drew? So anyway, yes, it's 100 in the... You can, right? So it's 170 degrees today, and I'm framing this house in North Hollywood. And I'm just getting the crap kicked out of me by the sun. And I don't know, Drew, would you figure this out for me? The sun is 7 billion miles away from the Earth, right?
Right.
Maybe 20 billion miles away. Right?
Right.
Okay. So this orb that is on fire is 20 billion miles above my head. Yet if I climb up a 6-foot ladder and get on the roof, I'm 1,000 times higher. Now, I moved 8 feet toward the sun, and I didn't even get into 1 mile of the 6 billion miles it was away. Yet, all I do is move like one head length closer to it, and I'm
there. You've asked the ultimate question. There's so many levels.
My head is lower than 5 feet in the pool. I get the vents. My head's going to explode. I have the piercing ear pressure. I can't take it.
Yes, we do.
What is that? Why can't you be designed to go down like 20, 30 feet like a man? You know what I mean?
Yes, when I was a kid, I used to halibut diving and lobster diving and stuff, also sort of without tanks and things. And my friends always just go, oh yeah, just grab your nose and blow.
You got to equalize.
Equalize.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah, and then I get twice the pain in my ears.
Yeah, I don't like those blowhards with their knives on their straps to their calves and their super watches. They're good to 8,000 fathoms. You got to equalize. No, just hold on to your. It hurts more than the cure hurts more than the actual disease when you do that.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, so here's what I'd like. I'd like a world where I could go down like 20, 30 feet and then hang out for like 10 minutes, like a lot of animals. You know, those animals, you know, like those seals and otters and all whales, they breathe air. They just go down for like 45 minutes.
Right.
How freaky is that, by the way, when they're like, yeah, the great whale, they'll dive to depths of 2,000 to 3,000 feet. Like, and then come up for air, but it needs air? Really? Yeah, how does that work? Well, you know what? I'll tell you, we're pretty versatile with the opposable thumbs and everything, but that's one thing we're definitely pussies at. Going down like 6, 8 feet, head's going to explode. Hold our breath for 25 seconds and then start freaking out. And by the way, what's with this? You can hold your breath 40 seconds. To me, it should be either like 10 minutes or just nothing. You can't go in water. That's a bad design. Like, here's the deal. Oh, you're perfectly fine. You can go in water. No, you get wet, you swim, you do whatever you want. If you stay under longer than 40 seconds, you die. This just sounds like trouble, right? This is a bad design. We should be made not to go in the pool at all.
Right.
Or be able to hold our breath for 5 minutes. That's why, 7 million infants die in the pool every year. They can't handle the water. Right. Let's work on that, Drew. All right, let's get going. Let's get going and talk about that to those interns tomorrow. Boss got him drunk, blacked out, woke up in bed with her. Ooh. Evan?
Oh, yeah. Bogus.
Yeah.
No, not bogus, guys.
Oh, okay. Well, that can't be bogus.
No, it's not. I really wish I used a big name, though.
Okay.
But, yeah, I went in on this business trip. I told my boss beforehand that I was getting sober. And she made fun of me. She was like, oh, you need to get drunk. And she said I was no fun anymore. And she just pressured me to drink. And I did. I blacked out.
What kind of what?
Passing out. And I remember her jumping on me. And then I blacked out again. And woke up. And I was getting oral sex from her.
Oh.
And so my question is, it kind of makes a difference to me how I feel about it, whether it was a rape or not. I feel like it was, but some people might disagree.
Well, first off, I've learned from watching daytime TV that everything is rape. When I go and drop a number 2, I consider it rape. Everything's rape. So there's no interaction you can have with another human being that's not rape. So that's number 1. So I'm currently being raped. Number 2 or 3, how hot is she? Because that'll determine whether it was rape. Oh, my fucking really. Let's be honest.
Touched her beforehand.
You did not want to touch her.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I never.
Okay. What do you do? What kind of work do you guys do?
High tech.
Okay. So here's the deal, because we're out of time. This may technically, in the eyes of the law, be rape. You'll never be able to prove it. A, you're a guy. B, you're drunk. C, you're blacked out, which just the
more
person
about
doesn't know you're blacked out. Yeah.
More about the carnage of your addiction. And that's how you have to look at this. You have to look at this is part of the consequence of your alcoholism, and that's what needs to be dealt with and focused on.
Never woke up being blown. Never.
I'm sorry, Adam.
Never. Yeah. Although I could have slept through thousands of VJs. I don't know. I never woke up, but I'm assuming I didn't get one. All right, let's take a break. What do you say, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be back after this. Well, that's it, everybody. That's the show. Yeah. I want to thank Pauly Shore for coming in tonight. Tell come and watch the show, which is the Pauly Shore show. Yeah, Mining the Store. Pauly Shore, Sunday night, July 17th, big premiere, 10 o'clock on TBS. board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tyson Chris here tonight from the All-American Rejects.
Hey, good to be here.
Nick and Mike will rotate in at some point. Great to have you. All-American Rejects. Let me tell you this about the All-American Rejects. The Move Along CD came out a couple days ago. And I'll give you some more stuff on where the band's going to be and perform and all that stuff. But, you know, we got a lot of bands in here that give us a lot of CDs, and I just throw them in the back of my car and they roll out for a while. And then I give them to the Mexican guys who work at my house. And God knows what they do with them. Please.
As long as they do good work.
All-American Rejects, their last CD, there was a song on it I really liked. And so I listened to it, and then I got really fond of the CD and decided these guys are okay.
Nice.
You know, normally, you know, these kids, these punk kids with their rock and roll music, you know, green, wet behind the ears, think they know everything. Come in here,
These
try to rock.
guys know something.
I think All-American Rejects actually know something. They're not just the punk kids, but they're not fresh punk kids. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're from Oklahoma.
Got it, Pops.
That's right. You're from Oklahoma.
The corn fed. We're different.
I'm trying to figure out like what they're from Stillwater, Oklahoma. But I'm trying to figure out what the rap is on Oklahoma. I mean, or if there is one. You know, what do you say? Like,
What, the personality?
yeah, like states have, you know, people make fun of California, think all the gays with their tofu and all that kind of stuff, and then New York's all a bunch of caddies honking horns and all that stuff. And you have your parts, you know, you have your Bible Belt and all that. What is the Oklahoma? You got a little of that S kicker in you, but not quite enough to really be comical. You know what I mean?
You know, it's not metropolitan.
Right.
We get the trickle from the coast, so it's like we're not sure about ourselves. I understand what you're
It's hard. I mean, you sort of picture cowboy boots, but you don't picture insects. You know what I mean?
Right. A little bit of the trailers.
We keep it clean.
Few trailers.
We have animals for that.
No
Right.
restaurants.
well, no good restaurants. Well, you guys don't have good restaurants.
We have Applebee's.
No. Yeah.
No Jamba Juices.
No. Let me explain something about the Jamba Juice. You can't tell people to spend $5 and get a Mexican combo plate, and they can spend the same $5 and get a 12-ounce juice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you kidding? You have to have money, and you have to be really into your intestinal health to do this. Because if a Jamba Juice was $1.29, maybe these guys. I mean, they're working class guys. But think about it. But you can go to the bunch of lunch. By the way, for the same price as a juice, eat like a king.
The Jamba Juice has about the same nutritional sort of qualities as McFlurry.
Calorically, yeah, I know.
Just get a shot of wheatgrass.
It's awesome, and I'll tell you, man, you get that beet juice, baby. Ooh, goes through you like S through a tin horn. Yes, smell popcorn or football coaches. You guys just blow it out like S through a goose. It's like you were 9-year-old. This guy's a windbreaker scaring me. See my dad, I think he's beating on me. He's allowed to do this. By the way, this was during a time when it was okay for adults to beat on trained kids. It didn't have to be your own kid.